They will clash. This is what I wanted to warn the brothers about. We don't know if it's 1 month, 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years. They will clash. Elijah and Enoch will clash very soon. Ishmael is invading Azazel's territory. This will cause a fight. And the fight means blood everywhere, brothers. They're in human bodies now. They feel pain. That's why they won't wage a very long war. They won't make it a long war because they're in blood, flesh and blood, so they feel pain. But what I want to warn you, brothers, is this. At any moment, Azazel and Ishmael will go to war. Enoch and Elijah, they will enter into a violent war. And when that happens, brothers can't flee to the mountains yet. It's not time yet. You will see this happen. But the brothers will be protected. There will be protection. But you will witness this happening before the fall. You can only go a little before the meteorite falls. So we don't know what Enoch is planning, what Azazel is planning. When he'll attack Elijah, Ishmael, there's no way to know. But Elijah, Ishmael, he's really provoking Azazel. When he built Solomon's temple in Paul's land, provoking him 30, 40 years ago, Azazel ruled the ends of the earth, the south. He controlled 90%. Ishmael, Elijah, he came here and started taking his territory and provoking him. They'll clash at any moment. So much that never in history, at least I've never seen, Ishmael put ships around Azazel's territory. That's dangerous. That's a danger. This could explode into a war between angels at any moment. The presidents there are just puppets, nothing to do with... They might be Azazel's soldiers in politicians' bodies. Could be. They might inhabit the bodies of politicians, religious leaders, and businessmen. Because fallen angels don't take over poor people's bodies. They prefer wealthy people because they don't want to be powerless. When the confrontation between Azazel and Ishmael, Enoch and Elijah begins, the brothers will witness it happening. You can't flee to the mountains yet. You will end up witnessing this war. But since there are 36,000 sealed ones everywhere protecting the brothers, there will be protection. Father will provide protection, but the war will happen, brothers. There's no escaping it. Everyone will see it. Everyone will witness it happen. Yes, but I'm just sharing my thoughts. I think when they finally clash, the war will truly become bloody. I think the comet will fall because it's the only way to stop this. Otherwise, they'll start killing everything. The only way is when they confront each other. Elijah and Enoch, also known as Azazel, Ishmael, they'll clash and it'll be bloody. I think when the confrontation begins and the war loses all limits, when death starts and many people die, that's when the comet falls. That's when the brothers, a day or two before, you will look to the sky and see it. Everyone will see it. There'll be no hiding it. I think that's what will reduce the war between Elijah and Enoch. When they start killing each other and see a comet coming, they'll scale back the war a bit. I think that might be it. I'm not sure. Because don't forget, when the comet hits the ocean, 1,305 days. There's nothing left to do now. Yes, the countdown begins. Those in big cities will suffer, brothers. They won't attack rural areas. That's why mountain people will survive. Because it's a place they don't. Nobody wants to go. They'll attack major cities, places with their armies. So in my opinion, Enoch and Elijah will clash any moment now. Can't tell if it's a month, a year, 2 years, 3 years. Don't forget, 2033, give or take 5 years. That's impossible to know. And from what I'm seeing, Enoch and Azazel will clash with Elijah soon. The Messiah warned about war in the end times. First there'd be rumors, but then the Messiah clearly warned a war would come so bloody that no war would ever compare. I think in this bloodiest war, 300 million Azazel angels and 150 million Ishmael angels will clash. And they're in men's bodies. They're presidents, army leaders, politicians, religious leaders, businessmen. They're all of that. You think who creates the weapons? Who gave this intelligence to create weapons? It's the fallen ones. You must wait. You can only leave the big cities for the mountains when the comet has nearly fallen, a few days. But then, as the Father did, right, he placed 36,000 sealed ones all over the world to protect you. Each kingdom has 36,000 in the south, 36,000 in the north, 36,000 in the west, 36,000 in the east to protect you all. When this happens, don't panic or try to flee. No, you'll analyze and see if your region is dangerous. If it's dangerous, when you think, only when it starts, don't leave yet, just to check. Already dangerous, get away. Go to places far from big cities, as the Messiah said. Leave the cities. They'll have a violent war, but it'll be brief because they'll feel pain. They won't want to keep fighting for 3, 4, 5 years. They won't commit to that. The king of the north will invade the south and take it quickly. It will happen very fast. It won't take long at all, because Azazel will be weak from Rome's fall and the comet losing the south. But when he returns, he'll build an army that fulfills the prophecy. They'll conflict again, and Azazel, remember how it's written, the mother eats her daughter at the barbecue? That's what will happen. Azazel's rage will cause the 300 million fallen angels to eat the flesh of Ishmael's human soldiers, as fallen angels can't die. But the humans who serve them will be roasted, turned into their barbecue.